I think the K-12 system is also an area where we need to, need tremendous reform. And we should be building vocational programs into the K-12 system. Kids coming out of top K-12 programs have skills that are immediately monetizable. They can enter the workforce without going to college or having higher education. So when it comes to medical school, that's something you need higher education for. But for many other professions, we need to cultivate passion and talent within our youth, all the way from pre-K through their high school career, and give them the opportunity to go and seek out jobs that are high paying and sustainable.
I think the city of New York is a great place because young people are motivated. The problem is those at the bottom don't feel like the goals that they see and the examples that they see of people who have made it are obtainable for them. We've got to build that gap. I am in those communities many, many times. I was the chaplain for the downstate juvenile detention facilities, and I know a lot of that thinking begins with just exactly what Mike was just saying. We need to change their mindset. We need to allow them to help change their mindset. But the K through 12 system right now, if you graduate from New York City Public High School with a 12th grade education and it's not a Regents diploma, that education is worth an 8th grade. Yeah. That's an 8th grade education, so it's deficient. So we need to fix that before we talk about, spending a lot more money on colleges and so forth.
We have 19 minutes left. I'd like to get a few more questions in and then round it up because we'll have to leave this facility here at WABC. Please identify yourself, ask your question.
Curtis, let me just say one thing. If you make $100,000 a year in this city, how much can you afford for an apartment? So we can have all the trade schools, electricians, plumbers, we can have anything you want to, lawyers, doctors. How many people currently make $100,000 a year and cannot afford a place to live? Unless we lower the price of housing, nobody's going to be living in New York.
John Tobacco, proudly serving at the right hand of the father. I'm the vice chairman of the New York State Reform Party. Before asking my question, which is to all of you, I think everyone here, these guys deserve a round of applause for a fantastic informational night. I want to thank you for being here, taking the heat, listening to Curtis, of course. It's tough on all of us, but I want to ask simple yes, no to all of you guys except Bo. He's the only one without a party. One of the reasons I'm part of the Reform Party and with Curtis and Frank is because I think there's a major problem with voter choice in New York State, in our nation. People don't have enough choices. They go to the ballot box and they're basically Pavlov's dog. It's either red or blue, red or blue. We are often faced with people asking for a third-party line. Third parties always cross-endorse, which we don't want to be doing all the time. All of you guys, except Bo, intend to be in some kind of primary. Can you pledge to us now, I'm just going to ask each of you yes or no, can you pledge to us now, regardless if you win your primary or not, if we decide to give you our line to run for mayor, will you continue to run your race only on the Reform Party line?
Yes. Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes.
The politician's answer.
No, I would run on Democratic line and I would look for your backing and just tell everyone that you guys are with me. That's it.
Okay.
I would handle that.
So you three guys would continue to run just with the Reform line.
If that was the way,
I think the principles that are outlined in this party need to be aired, and whether you win or lose, it's promoting these. I think people will flock to this party if they know what this party is all about.
Well, that's why my question is based out of one of 16 people who will ultimately decide who we give our endorsement to run on the Reform Party line. I want to know for myself that if we choose you and your primary, you're not going to leave us and the effort we're trying to lead for New York State to have more voter choice empty and be a candidate who's no longer trying to run on our line. So I'm looking for an advocate, whether or not their party selects them. If we select you, if you'll continue to run. And now, Bo, the man with no country, my question to you is the only unaffiliated voter, regardless if we give you the line or not, We're trying to start a movement like we've seen happen recently with guys who are outspoken, with guys who understand what's really happening. Are you prepared to join the Reform Party whether or not we give you the line in this election?
I really believe what I saw tonight. First of all, my compliments to the Reform Party. This is some show. You don't just hand the line over for a bag of money like some lines we know. I'm very impressed. I've read your platform before I came out. I answered your question, and I think my answers say everything. I really believe in this party, and I believe it's a way for people to vote. And the platform that you have, I believe, is appealing. And I would be honored to take the Reform Party to start me off as the first party that I have and bring in people to the Reform Party and speak for the Reform Party and tell people this is what we're about. Sign up, join up. We're against political corruption. We're against the Democratic machine, the Board of Election. We're against it. We're for the one thing, for your vote.
I know what our bylaws are. I was there at the formational meetings when we wrote them. My question to you was, you have no party. Are you willing to join the Reform Party?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
To answer the question on the word no is to be able